I've got a lot of things I want to talk to you about today. I could have done 3 or 4 videos, but I'm just going to cover each of these topics briefly in today's video. First, I want to talk to you about what's going on the screen right now with FOMO 3D. I'm going to give you a quick update on some of my Masternode stuff, and I'm going to also talk to you about how the EU is trying to take over the internet. And I want to wrap this up showing you kind of a free sort of a mini course that I'm putting together, email mini course that I'm putting together to show you how to get referrals if you're promoting something in the cryptocurrency space. A lot of times, if you promote something like the crypto tab browser like I do, I mean, I've got 27,000, 28,000 referrals, but part of how I get those referrals outside of YouTube, I'm going to be showing you in this mini course how to get referrals, how you can advertise, basically, how you can advertise once and potentially get referrals in multiple different programs, or when I say referrals, I'm talking about affiliates. I'm basically going to show you how to start doing affiliate marketing in the cryptocurrency space. But we'll get to that towards the end of the video. First up, FOMO 3D is going crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy right now. $39,000 in the pot. One key costs 0.006, which I think is about 8 cents right now. 8 cents. For the way it works is you buy keys, and when you buy keys, I'm not logged into MetaMask right now. You can see there's $2 of dividends that I have waiting. But when you buy keys, you basically add 30 seconds to the timer. And essentially, everyone who buys a key after you, you make a small, tiny percent of dividends. A lot of people buy multiple keys because they're trying to just hold a whole bunch of keys because they want the dividends, basically. And that's really, what they're trying to do. There's 2 ways to play. One is for the dividends. The end is play for the pot. The way you play for the pot is you're the last person to buy a key. Now, there's a bunch of whales that play and they clog up the Ethereum network. I think someone spent like $5 grand last time trying to win the pot, or at least for round 1, the very first round. But the round 1 went to like $10 million or some crazy number, like, oh, maybe it was 10,000 Ethereum in the pot, which I think ended up being worth 2.7 million or some crazy number like that. Today, obviously, Ethereum's a lot cheaper. I think this is going to potentially go a lot further. Right now, inside the Discord, there's people watching the clock, and every time the clock starts getting down to like 23 hours, someone's buying keys or keeping it filled. So like they have a whole goal. They ran this thing from November, I think it was middle of November till now, and it really didn't kick off hard until the end of January. In the past 2 weeks or so, it's really ballooned. I got into this thing when it was about 100. Well, just before it hit 100 was when I made my first deposit. I've made 3 deposits, and now I'm just withdrawing. I've gotten 30% total on the nose of what I've put in so far out, and I don't think there's any stopping this or any slowing it down. I could be wrong, but I think it's just going to keep going, which is crazy to see where this can go. Every morning when I wake up, I look. This morning this morning it was 308 Ethereum. And I was like, wow, look at that. Because when I went to bed last night, I think it was like closer to 290. And then around lunchtime, I logged in and I was like 321 already. Of course, then you scroll down, you get excited. You're like, how much have I got there? Needless to say, I made another withdrawal today. And I made a withdrawal this morning and I made a withdrawal at lunchtime. It's really fun. It's kind of exciting. It's basically a fully transparent game on the blockchain, which pokes fun at different Ponzi schemes, if you will, pyramid schemes, if you will. That's hence the term exit scamming. The website is exitscam.me/play. I don't have an affiliate link down below, but you can check it out. It's on the, I don't want to go into all the details. It's on the Proof of Weak Hands 3D. It's connected with Proof of Weak Hands 3D. If you're familiar with that is, then you might be familiar with F3D. If you're not, you can go to exitscam.me/play, click on Wiki, and just start right here, the quick start guide. That's where you start. So I want to come over here to Masternodes, and I'm going to talk about how the EU is trying to take over the internet. First of all, let me just refresh this, make sure it's up to date. My Midas Masternode gained a little bit. Plus, I won a bounty, by the way. Check it out. Or I was rewarded a bounty, however you want to say it. I got 20 Midas coins just for putting up that very first YouTube video. It's crazy. I put up that YouTube video, and literally within 30 minutes, they made a post in Discord. Hey, if you put up a Midas YouTube video sharing your doing a review, kind of sharing your experiences, basically I think it was like, we'll give you $10 in Midas coins or whatever it was. Maybe it was $8. I don't remember. I don't even know what the current price of Midas coins are. But I did it, and obviously that's where that came from, right there. So I'll take it because I'm trying to get a full node here, which I'm well on my way. As you can see, these are my rewards. just to recap, the only downfall to Midas is that you don't get to hold your private keys. All these little nodes, ignore those. I was given those as part of a promotion that was held a couple of weeks ago. But these are my two main holdings right here, Buyrake and Midas. I'm going to be doing my very next video. I want to talk about, I said I was going to talk about kind of my overall investment strategy with my masternodes, but I think what I'm going to do before that, so I've got 3 videos that I'm going to add to my masternode series. One is going to be basically the function of how masternode pricing typically works, and I'm going to let you know why I don't typically buy a masternode or invest into a masternode in the first 60 days or so. And so there may be some overlap with that video, and then the second video is going to be my overall strategy for investing in masternodes, and then the third video is going to be how I actually pick individual masternodes. But I feel like I need to explain kind of, so you understand my overall investing strategy, you first need to understand kind of how masternode pricing works. Someone commented on one of my videos, said, oh yeah, there's a bunch of shit coins and masternodes. Yeah, that's true, there are a bunch of shit coins and masternodes, that's totally correct. However, they're not all shit coins. There's actually some projects. Know your developer seems to have legs, and one of the things that I look at is I look at projects with real development, real use case, here's a tip, real projects that are currently being used. That's what I like to see. That's one of the things I like to see, plus an active development team. I'll cover that in another video, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to this channel if you want more info on that, and you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to get started with Midas investments, I'll put a referral link for Midas down below in the description. You can check that out. Midas is super simple to get started with. You just simply click invest, click right here. They'll give you an address. You copy it, send your coins right to that address, and it instantly, right there, and then it instantly starts sending you rewards. Let me close that out now. I'm not investing in Beacon today. All right, so Midas is super easy to get started with, and I have a whole series I'll put on the end of this video, my masternode series, which goes into more depth with Midas. Also, I want to talk about the EU, but before I get to that, referrals. I have, if you go down in the description, this is one of my last videos, if you go down into the description and you just go to show more, you will see this. Join our Bitcoin Passive Profits community. Click here. You'll click there, subscribe. In fact, I'll show you what that looks like. You'll just come here, just put in your email, click sign up. You'll get an email address to confirm your subscription. Once you confirm your subscription, then you'll be getting my emails. I put out 2 or 3 or 4 videos a week that are unlisted on my channel that only go to my email subscribers, including my videos right now that's talking about creating a very simple way to get referrals into just about any cryptocurrency project that you are a part of. I'll be showing you that and teaching that on my channel as well. I also do some other stuff on my channel. I have a small gambling bankroll right now. I'm totally gambling and messing around with that, and with Satoshis. I'm going to be running up a bankroll with about 1 million Satoshis. You'll see that on that channel. At some point I'm going to probably lose it all, but it's going to be fun playing with it, and I talk about that as well. But that's just sheer gambling and having fun. But there's a method to why I'm gambling. And then I want to talk about this. Big shout out to Ivan on Tech, because this is where I learned about this. Right here, EU Article 13. Come check out this video. This is the last video he put out today. Ivan on Tech, EU Article 13. Ivan on Tech. Go check it out. This is really fascinating to me, and I think it shows exactly why cryptocurrency is necessary. There's always an old guard trying to keep things centralized, always. And so, and they understand that in order to get you to give up potential control, then they have to give you a good reason to want to do it. And so I've read about this article a little bit more, and part of it is trying to sell you on family friendly, preventing fake news and all this stuff. But really and truly what it is it's a big power grab from some of the mainstream media outlets, etc. In fact, one of the things he talks about is the CEO of YouTube has come out adamantly against this. And you really need to see what's going on, because there's a lot of articles that presents this as potentially positive and good for the consumer, but that's how they want to sell it. At the end of the day, it's nothing more than a power grab, but it will change. If this goes through, it will potentially change the internet as we know it. Now, before you say, well, I'm in the US, that doesn't matter to me. Yes, it does. You don't understand that most websites comply with EU rules and regulations because so much of their traffic goes to the EU. So they have to comply. So this will absolutely affect you and affect your internet viewing experience if you're here in the US. Just like in the US, if you see those pop-ups that come up at the bottom that say things about cookies on this website, you may not know this, that came from a EU law. But even as a US citizen, when you're visiting websites, you still have to click OK to that. And it's annoying as crap. We all know that cookies are there. But again, that's part of an EU law. Come check out what he has to say on this Article 13. And Ivan on Tech is from Sweden. So the fact that he's talking about it again, hashtag save the internet, it's really crazy and it's really scary. And it just shows how far central authorities will go to be able to take control of something that's currently free. And I believe the same thing is ultimately going to be attempted with cryptocurrency in the future. And he talks about in here, another thing that's covered in this 30-minute video, he talks about Google working on creating a searchable blockchain. Now, I think that's fascinating. I would prefer that Google not work on anything related to a decentralized project, but there's clearly is a need for newbies, less technical people like myself, to be able to search the blockchain. I don't even know what that technology would look like or how it would work, but he discusses it in this video. It's a great video. Come to his channel. Definitely check it out. But more importantly, we as cryptocurrency investors need to be aware of this stuff right here. You need to be aware of what's going on out there because that potentially affects your investments. I cannot stand centralized authorities creating rules and regulations that actually take away freedom, but they always do it by selling your security, keeping you safe, keeping you secure, protecting you and your family. And here's what it's important for you to understand. Anytime you give up the freedom to protect yourself, then you become one of a very small part of a greater society that will have to fight to get that freedom back. Here's what I mean by that. If you live in a country where there's only 100 people, obviously if you're in the US, I think there's like 300 million people in the US. But if you live in a country where there's 100 people and the government of that country decides, that it's not safe for you to walk on the sidewalk. Too many people are getting killed. So now, you agree, yeah, a lot of people are getting killed. Yes, young kids are getting killed. We shouldn't allow them to walk on the sidewalk. And if you agree with that, well, the government just wants to protect us. They just want to protect us. And you agree with that. And let's just say what's really happening is the car companies are lobbying for the governments to create this law. So the way they have to sell this law to the public is, hey, we have to protect citizens. People are dying. Young kids are dying. We have to protect them. I'm just making a hypothetical, simple example so you can understand it. The moment that you kind of agree to let's give up my freedom to walk on the sidewalk so that we can protect, myself, my kids, and other kids from getting harmed on the sidewalks. The moment that you agreed with that, and down the road you're like, wait a minute, now so many people can't go anywhere because you got to have a car, you got to have a certain type of, transportation, and it's not available, and I don't have the freedom just to go out and walk down the road anymore. Now you become one person of the 100 trying to fight to get your freedom back. Once that freedom's taken away, it's extremely difficult to get it back. Now I gave a far-fetched example, but that's kind of what they're trying to do here, basically. And it's really unbelievable when you see what's going on and how it makes it difficult for small internet websites to get started. It's really an incredible video. I encourage you to come just check it out. Also, I'm going to be wrapping it up here. Fun with 3D. If you haven't been paying attention to it, it's awesome. Midas is a lot of fun. There's so many things I talk about on this channel. Definitely. If you want to earn passive cryptocurrency and you want to have referrals and you want to know how, what are some of the ways that you can do that in a very simple way to advertise basically one page and get referrals for multiple different programs and faucets and CryptoTab browser, make sure you come down here, join our Bitcoin Passive Profits community. Go down in the description, be sure to click on that, put in your email, click sign up. Also, make certain that you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification icon as well. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently a part of the crypto revolution. Crypto's taken the world by storm. That means that we get to be a part of that storm. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.